Someone doesn't want to engage. What does it mean? It's when people are presented with what's going on and they poo poo. In other words, they discount it all. They don't want to get involved. What are we talking about? Well, primarily we're talking about the deep state, the 1% Agenda 2021, and it's subsequent. I think it's Agenda 2030. The elite, we call them 1%ers, but the Bilderbergers, the Illuminati. I mean, there's all these different kinds of words. And there's still a lot of people, when they hear these words, they tune out. And then when you present them evidence of stuff that's going on, they say, well, you can put any kind of string of things together in order to prove your point. And then they go on their merry way. They're disengaging. It's a character flaw. It's a real character flaw. It shows a lack of willingness to engage, which really means a lack of courage. In the end, it's a lack of courage. People who go, la 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 la, nothing's going on here, have a lack of courage because that's the state of consciousness that they're in. They're in a state of consciousness where they want to run and hide. Is there a time and place for running and hiding? I know, yeah. I mean, they're dropping bombs on you. You need to run and hide. But where we are right now, there's no need to run and hide. What's the point of having these kind of talks? The point of having these kind of talks is to help those people who don't have courage have courage. That's what it is. It's basically, there's a lot of humans on the planet who are running around in fear. Are you a fear-driven kind of personality? What are you afraid of? In the end, Dr. David R. Hawkins of Consciousness Research said, in the end, people are afraid of dying. But you all know that you're all going to die. So why be afraid of it? And then there's the great unknown. What happens after you're dead? Do you believe nothing's going to happen? And that's what you're afraid of? It's extinction? It's an extinction event for you personally? Now, I'm telling stories on my channels about how I'm attacked by demonic entities. And some people think, are you trying to tell a joke? I mean, you mark your channels as you're a comic and whatever. No, I'm not a comic in the way I'm here to make you laugh. I mean, sometimes I do have funny videos, but primarily I'm a comic to help educate you. The great George Carlin was a comic, and did he make you? Well, sometimes you laugh, but primarily he was looking to help you wake up to your reality, our shared reality. And that's the kind of comic I am too. I'm not really here to make you laugh. I'm here to educate you and to get you to go and look at yourself in the mirror and evaluate the beliefs that you have, that you've picked up along the way that are not serving you and definitely not serving the community as a whole. So courage is a huge issue. Why is it that people are really afraid of death? I think it's attachment. And if you've done any studies in Buddhism, you know that attachment is one of the biggest causes of suffering. And, humans don't get a good education in Buddhism. Why not? Why not? We're taught all kinds of other useless garbage, but we don't get really good information upon things that can help relieve suffering. We're not being served by our school systems, and the people in our school systems A lot of the teachers are running around in fear. Do you really want fear-driven people teaching your children? We need to raise consciousness. And on the scale of human consciousness, if you don't have courage, then you're a negative entity. That's it. The, that's the dividing line. Courage. The dividing line between demonic and loving, conscious people is courage. So, where in your life are you lacking courage? And then, when I see people who have got advanced degrees that still lack this, I think what it is, it's living in our societies. I think that's what it is. Living in our societies wears you down because our societies are not loving societies at all. They are a horror. The way people are treated in our society as slaves. Slaves to the big money corporations and their minions in government. Somebody's going to start calling me a tin hat. I mean, I just know how this thing goes. Why do you call me a tin hat? When I tell you on this channel that I am attacked by demonic entities, what does that really mean? Well, for me, what it means is that I can't go out and enjoy my day because the demonic entities are with me 24/7. Devils. They pick on me. Why do they pick on me? Because I've been working on myself for a long time and I've cleaned out my own garbage. And the demonic entities don't want you to clean out the garbage in your mind. They don't. They don't want me to talk to you. They don't. They want to ruin my talk. Right now I've got demonic entities that are like, they're all around me right now. And they talk while I'm talking. And, just before I made this video, what did they do? They use their consciousness to move my body in very uncomfortable ways. I'll give you an example of what they do to me. Okay, I'm going to do this myself. But that's what the demonic entities do to me. And they'll do it for a whole day. And during my sleep, they'll talk while I'm sleeping. They're evil, evil parasites. And, I don't know how, in the olden days you could put your hand in the Bible and, swear. You could hook me up to a lie detector. If you know somebody at the lie detector where I am, I have no problem coming over to the lie detector place. You hook me up, ask me questions about the demonic entities. No problem whatsoever. I am not lying. These parasites are real. So, if you're falling into this, we use this in courts of law, right? We get evidence, and if you're in the jury, you get all the evidence. And it's the lawyer's job to build a case based upon maybe a lot of evidence, linking it all together to give you the story. And then the defense has got to look at the prosecution and try and put holes in it. Back and forth it goes. That's the way we do things on planet Earth. So, when I present evidence to people and they ignore it, I say, you got no balls. Because really what's going on is okay, this hat I call it see me. Okay, so why are we wearing see me right now? Because you don't see my parasites. They're not here in the physical. You can't see them. Okay, we're going to Truth Squad now. Truth Squad, why are we getting involved with talking about these things that we can't see? This is an old argument. If you can't see it, it's not real. Or if you don't have instruments that can measure it and find it, then it's not real. This is a brainwashing. Humans really don't have good abilities. We're very primitive in these animal-like bodies. But if you are very sensitive, very empathic, you know when people are telling you the truth and you know when they're lying. How are you going to develop this kind of intuition? Why do you need this intuition? Well, how many times have you told people about things and those people said that you're crazy? They do some gaslighting on you. You're crazy. You need to seek help. You need to go to a psych ward. It happens quite a bit on this planet. Why really do these people want to disempower your story? Because behind all of this bravado, they're scared. They're scared because if it can happen to you, it can happen to them. And it's a psychological repression. If you go into like a Psych 101 in any university, they'll give you a psychology textbook. And in a lot of other courses in health sciences, you learn about these kind of psychological things. Repression. When you don't want to actually look at this stuff. Or projection. In other words, you know the stuff is in you, but you're saying, it's Sam over there. Sam's got this problem. Because you're like embarrassed to admit you've got a problem. I'm not embarrassed to admit that I've got problems with demonic entities. And a lot of you people don't have good intuition. So if you don't have a good intuitive sense, then this is a story that you're going to process in your left brain, not in your right brain. Your right brain would probably give you more intuition. You're very left-brained. And left-brained people, they're pretty much lost on this planet because, these are the people that watch CNN 24/7 to get their information. It's all going in here. A good intuitive person would turn off the damn television because they lie to you constantly. And the way that we're brought up in our Western society, we think intuition, it's a woman's intuition. That's what they used to always call it. Women have it. And in those days, that was in a male-dominated society. Women's intuition. Men don't have it. And, it's so that they can look after babies. That's not what intuition is. Intuition gives you truth. Okay, I don't have too much more time, so I just want to remind you about Earth Coincidence Control Office. Now, this hat here is not quite like Echo. It's, ECCO, Earth Coincidence Control Office, but it was about as close as I could find at the used hat store. So why am I talking about Earth Coincidence Control Office? Because this is a long-winded explanation, but they're beings that are working on creating coincidences for you. Why do they want to create coincidences in your life? To help you wake up to the fact that we are not living in a mundane world. It just appears that way. But when you start seeing incredible coincidences, you're not going to be able to deny. So are you seeing coincidences or not? Are you seeing any of the ascension symptoms in you? If you're not, most things are going to come to you anyway. You're going to have to watch for it. If you want these coincidences to happen, you just have to stay sober. Stay sober so that you're alert. Because that's what it is. It's consciousness being alert, watching. Being alert, being present here, not daydreaming. There's a time and place for daydreaming, but you need to be alert when you're being alert time.